morning. Thanks for joining us at 7. I'm Tracey McCain.
And I'm Marcy Jones. You're watching Eyewitness News on the Wax. We've got a lot to talk about, and it's a beautiful day. So let's get on over to meteorologist Jill Gilardi. Jill, is the nice weather going to continue? That's the biggest question.
Good things must come to an end at some point.
Right.
But I'm a little stuck on beefalo. I didn't know there was such thing. I thought it was buffalo, so now I gotta go Google.
Go hit the books.
Yeah. All right, but yeah, it is beautiful today, tomorrow, and then it becomes a little unsettled after that, which means off and on chances for showers and a few storms, but we don't even have a cloud in the sky this morning. It is beautiful outside right now. Waterbury, the winds are calm. We told you we were gonna start off on the chillier side, but we're already turning the dial upwards. It's amazing what sunlight will do. In just a short period of time, combine that with dry air. So we had some 30s, now those are 40s. It's 40 in Willimantic, it's 45 in Hartford. Meanwhile, it's 50 down in New Haven. So many of you, if you're off today, might be getting outside, trying to get some yard work done, mowing. We've had a couple of days to dry things out, and it's going to be a perfect day for doing so. The wind's not terribly strong by any means. We're going to see those 70s popping up, 74 Litchfield, 76 Canton, 72 in Tallinn. So all these numbers are going to be slightly above average down towards the shoreline as well. With the wind off the water, your numbers will be a little bit lower in the 60s. But nonetheless, beautiful day across our entire state. And hopefully with this beautiful weather, that means no issues on the roadways. But of course, we're going to get to the traffic expert, of course, for that kind of info. Marcy.
Well, thank you so much, Jill. I appreciate it. All right, guys, we do have a first alert to give you. This just popped up. We have a single car crash on 95 southbound between exits 74 and 73. This is East Lime, so the right lane is closed. Traffic is squeaking by there, but just keep that in mind. We also have the first alert to give you here in Middletown. This is something we've been talking about all morning long here. Police activity on 91 northbound between 18 and 20. This, of course, is related to the very serious rollover crash that we've been covering. We'll have all the details coming up in just a little bit. Other than that, things are running smoothly across the state. That's your Connecticut Chevy First Alert traffic report, driven by your Connecticut Chevy dealers.
All right, we're on top of breaking news from overnight here, where officials from the U.S. and China agreed to pause most tariffs for at least 90 days. The two countries made a joint statement earlier this morning, and that deal will lower tariffs on Chinese goods from 145 to 35%. Tariffs on items that China imports from the U.S. would be lowered from 125 to 10%. The lower tariffs will start by Wednesday. Also breaking overnight, Hamas is expected to release the last American currently being held hostage in Gaza. The Trump administration has confirmed Hamas agreed to release Eden Alexander today. He is a 21-year-old Israeli-American soldier from New Jersey. Officials with Hamas say the release is part of an effort to establish a ceasefire and resume aid delivery.
Happening today, a teen is back in court after he is accused of stabbing a teen to death at a house party back in 2022. Police say Raoul Valley stabbed 17-year-old Jimmy McGrath outside the party in Shelton. McGrath sadly died and multiple other people were hurt. Valley is facing murder and other charges. Happening now, 20 people in Norwalk have been forced out of their homes because of a large fire. You can see the size of the flames on your screen there. It happened at a home on Elm Crest Terrace. Thankfully, nobody was hurt. And now 4 teenagers are facing charges in New Haven after police say they stole a car and crashed it into a police cruiser. Police tried to stop the stolen vehicle near Long Wharf. It actually hit several other cars before crashing into that police cruiser.
Right now, 2 teenagers are facing charges after starting a police chase that began at an elementary school in Stamford. Police responded to reports of an explosion at Meadow Elementary School Friday. When officers arrived there, they say the teenagers took off. That chase ended when they ran into police cruisers near High Ridge Park.
Happening today, Pratt and Whitney workers are expecting to get a visit from Senator Richard Blumenthal at the picket lines today. Workers now enter their second week of their strike. They've been striking around the clock since midnight last Monday. They're calling for more job security. The company says they do not plan to return the negotiations.
Well, summer is right around the corner, which means warmer weather is headed our way.
That's right. It's a wonderful time of the year, but health experts warn that rising temperatures and schedule changes can also lead to safety issues involving leaving kids in hot cars. Eyewitness News reporter Roger Susanna now joins us in the studio to break down the issue. Good morning, Roger.
Good morning, ladies. You know, when we think about tragedies involving kids in hot cars, you probably think about sweltering conditions. But even on a day where we hit 70 like today, the inside of your car can actually reach 118 degrees, which of course is dangerously warm for anybody, but particularly a child. And that's why health experts are now sounding the alarm even before the summer begins, because the numbers are downright frightening. Listen to this. According to the nonprofit Kids and Car Safety, more than 1,100 children have died in hot cars since 1990. Now, those numbers are nationwide, but even here in Connecticut, we've lost 7 children since 1997. Now, back in March, a 4-month-old baby in New Jersey sadly died after they were left in a hot car, according to police. Yale Children's Hospital Dr. Kristen Bechtel told us last summer that heat isn't the only problem this time of year. Many families change up their routines, which can lead to mistakes. So she offers a simple tip to help parents and kids.
It's summer, things might be not running as scheduled as they were during the school year. Always remember that your child's in the back seat. Do something to always retrieve something else besides your child, like your phone, your wallet, a shoe. Leave it in the back seat so that you remember both your child and that item.
And it's a big enough problem that state and federal leaders are now taking action on this issue, including Senator Richard Blumenthal will be part of a discussion about the issue at the NTSA, or asking the NTSA to finalize a rule that would require car manufacturers to create an alert reminding drivers to check the backseat of their car every time they turn off the engine. Live in the studio, I'm your reporter, Roger Suzanne, and Channel 3 Eyewitness News. Marcy, I'll send it back to you.
Thanks so much, Roger. Happening today, President Donald Trump says he will sign an executive order that works to lower medication costs. The order would redirect the government to what Medicare pays for medications to the lowest price paid by other countries. It impacts treatment given at the doctor's office and will likely affect infusions and shots for people covered by Medicare. New this morning, House Republicans have introduced a new spending bill that makes cuts to Medicaid in exchange for tax breaks. The bill cuts close to $900 million in spending, with most of the money coming from Medicaid. It would help cover the cost of $4.5 trillion in tax cuts. Democrats warn that millions of Americans could lose coverage.
All right, tonight, the New York Knicks battle the Boston Celtics at Madison Square Garden in New York for a pivotal Game 4. The Knicks lead the series 2-1 following a Celtics win over the weekend. We needed that on Saturday. So tip-off tonight is at 7:30.
And new this morning, a story that captured the attention of people across Connecticut is reaching a very happy ending.
Yeah, Buddy the Beefalo has been adopted after escaping a slaughterhouse in Plymouth about 5 years ago. The animal, which is part cow and part bison, roamed the woods of the Quiet Corner for about 8 months.
Buddy was sent to a sanctuary in Florida, where he has spent the last 4 years, I'm sure, soaking up the sun. He is now being sponsored by Michelle Baxter. We love to hear it, right, Jill?
Of course.
Did you Google Beefalo?
Well, did you just kind of explain it?
Yeah, we did. We gave it away.
Half and half. And then you get to be called Beefalo. All right. Well, we're talking about these temperatures already turning around this morning. A light jacket may be necessary, but yeah, we're going to be warming up fast because drier air is in place. So you start off cool, but you get up into the 70s pretty quickly. 40 in Willimantic, and when will we get in the 70s in Torrington? For example, that's 2 o'clock this afternoon. Bright sunshine with us. Highs in the 70s today. New Haven, you're going to see that 70-degree mark by 4 o'clock this afternoon. Okay, it might fall short of that 70-degree mark in New London. And if you're guessing it's because the wind is off the water, then you are correct. We'll have that wind coming up from the south today, and eventually we will see rain chances returning, but not until basically late Tuesday, but mainly Wednesday through part of the weekend. And it's going to get muggy again as well. And you're probably wondering, are we talking about like rain and several inches, flooding problems? Well, probably not so much like that, but we'll get into details coming up more so in the next 5 minutes.